Welcome to Deal or No Deal. I'm your host, Booborama, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about all the discounted and weekly deals in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. There are a lot of cars to go over, and some of these are actually some pretty good deals. So in today's video, we're going to be buckling you up and strapping you down for today's wild ride of a video. Obviously, if you enjoy today's type of content and you'd like to see more like it, please do consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I don't ask much, so yeah. But either way, we're going to start off with the Vagrant. This is a crazy off-road vehicle. It's kind of like a dune buggy mixed with a golf cart, and when you add those two together, all I see is fun. Now, this is not a cheap vehicle, sitting at a price tag of $2.2 million if you don't have the trade price, and even if you do, $1.7 million. However, this week you can earn it for absolutely free by participating in the LS car meet. Not a very easy meet, though. You have to finish first place 4 days in a row. Do I think this car is worth the time? 100%. Just look at how quick the Vagrant climbs up Mount Chiliad. This vehicle is absolutely insane, and it's able to go at a top speed of 122.3 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest off-roaders in the game in third place. Overall, I think the Vagrant is just an absolute blast to drive. It's fun at off-roading. It's just an amazing vehicle in general, and definitely one of my favorites this week. So make sure you get your hands on it, but let's break into the next. And that being the Ardent. This is very clearly based off of a Lotus Esprit in real life. I absolutely love the look of the Esprit, and I actually really like the look of the car in the game. The problem with the Ardent is there's not much of a reason to buy this vehicle. It is on sale from its normal price of around $1.15 million. I think it's around $690,000 this week, which is not bad at all. But the problem with the Ardent is that it's supposed to be like this weaponized vehicle. All it has is machine guns on the front, and they're really lame machine guns. They're not like the Toreador that can instantly blow up a vehicle. They're like normal machine gun fire. It takes like 10-15 seconds of shooting at a stock car to blow it up. So overall, the Ardent, all it really is a cool looking sports classics. Now, on the aspect of its handling and its overall top speed, not actually bad. If you like the look of this vehicle, $690,000 for a vehicle that goes 117.75 miles per hour, with also pretty good lap time of 1 minute and 5 seconds, only about half a second slower than a vehicle like the Cheetah Classic. Overall, actually a pretty nice vehicle. I love the pop-up headlights. The overall design is great. Just definitely not a vehicle I would suggest for anybody to buy unless you really like the look of it. Up next, we have the Pagasi Tesseract. This is one of my favorite looking cars in the game, because if you asked anybody if they thought this was electric without prior knowledge, no, there's no way they'd know. This is the fastest electric car in the old gen, so if you don't have HSW, and if you do, then it's the second fastest, having a top speed of 125.5 miles per hour. The problem I have with this vehicle is the price tag. It normally sits at $2.8 million, and even with the discount, it's still sitting at $1.9 million. The really only reason I'd suggest to get this car is if you really like the look of it, because overall, yes, it does have amazing acceleration. However, on lap time, it finished a 1 minute 1 second lap, putting it in 26th place for the superclass out of the 55 cars, which is just about smack dab in the middle. Because of that, it's not great on top speed or overall acceleration and handling, making it just a pretty mid car in my opinion. So yeah, for the price tag, I just wouldn't suggest to buy it personally. Up next, we have a Porsche. In real life, Porsches are known for amazing handling, great acceleration, and just overall being really sporty cars. And that's exactly how I'd say the Comet SR is. I absolutely love this vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, this vehicle normally sits at a price tag of $1.145 million. However, this week, you're going to be able to get it just about half off at $687,000. That's actually not too bad of a deal. This car's not expensive as it is, and being half off from that is actually pretty dang good, especially judging that this vehicle has a great top speed of 122 miles per hour, and as well a lap time of 1 minute and 1 second, which is just about the same time as we talked about for the Tesseract, putting this in 9th place for the fastest lap time of sports cars in the game. Overall, the Comet SR is just a joy to drive. It's got amazing handling, great acceleration, top speed. It's just how Porsches are in real life. So I would highly suggest that if you like the look of this vehicle, this might be one you actually could stick in your garage for just how fun it is to drive, how nice it looks, and as well just the overall great handling. Moving on, we have the Sylvestra. This is our last sports classics in the list, and I actually really like the look of the Sylvestra. It's not your normal sports classic like the Lamborghinis or the Ferraris, but I still think it's got a very nice look, and I might actually purchase this car this week. Normally, it comes in at a price tag of $990,000, but you're going to be able to get it at around a 40% discount at $594,000 this week. Now, weirdly enough, as you can see, it actually has front-mounted machine guns for some weird reason, but I don't even know why. I wouldn't even bother to put them on if I were you. Just like the Ardent, they are quite useless, so just stick with the vehicle as a normal sports classics. When it comes to top speed, sitting at 117 miles per hour, not too bad. Not as fast as vehicles like the Cheetah Classic, but it does have amazing lap time at 13th place with a 1 minute 7 second lap. So overall, pretty good vehicle. I think that it's really nice in the sports classics class, although funny enough, the Ardent is actually better at handling, as we talked about earlier. Next up, we have by far the most useless vehicle and the one I would highly suggest to stay away from on the list, and that is the armored Boxville. This vehicle, without the trade price, is normally $3 million, which is actually insane. With the trade price, it's around $2.2 million. This week, you're able to actually get it for around $1.5 million, which means you're saving $700 grand off of its trade price, but still, it's just bad. I mean, it survives 0 explosives. That means literally anybody shoots a homing rocket at you, you explode. It is a pretty fun vehicle to drive. It smashes everything out of the road because its plow actually works, but it only has a top speed of 87 miles per hour, and you don't get any weapons. The only person that can use a weapon is somebody that goes on the roof. So in most terms, this is a worse insurgent pickup by every single way because it literally survives no explosions, has no bullet resistance. It's just kind of a turd in my opinion. But hey, it is on sale, so if you were waiting to buy this vehicle, now's your chance. Please don't. Please don't. I'm not a huge motorcycle fan, I'll admit it. The only motorcycle I own is the Body 801 because it's such an amazing vehicle for time trials. Apart from that, I don't really buy them because I feel like having more than 2 wheels on the ground is usually a smart decision when driving at 130 miles per hour. However, the BF400 is a motorcycle I would suggest to buy for 2 reasons. First of all, it is literally 4 times cheaper than its normal price of $95,000. It's only 23 grand. I mean, heck, a single payphone hit could buy you 3 of these bikes this week. When it comes to how this vehicle handles, it is the 19th best lap time in motorcycles and 2nd in the off-road class. This is a motorcycle, but also it's an off-road vehicle, so if you're doing any races in the off-road class, I would highly suggest to get your hands on this vehicle. When it comes to a top speed, it's 137 miles per hour. I bet you wouldn't think this is the fastest vehicle out of all in the list, but yeah, pretty dang fast. Overall, if you don't own it, it's literally 4 times cheaper than its normal price tag. Just buy it. It's definitely worth it. Our next vehicle may look like a compact, but actually, this is the Weenie Issi Sport, which, believe it or not, is in the sports class. This is honestly a very niche vehicle. If you like the look of it, then yeah, not a bad buy. It's half off from its normal $900,000 price tag at $448,500. But apart from that, I can't really say there's too much amazing about the vehicle. It actually is a good lap time. It's 10th place in the sports class with a 1 minute 2 second lap time, but it's not very fast, only at 114 miles per hour. It's really all in that acceleration, so if you're planning on just having this car for a normal joyride, it's not bad, but it's definitely not going to be getting you from point A to point B as fast as possible. I think it's a cool vehicle, but definitely not my style. I'm never a huge Mini fan. Let me know in the comments what you think about the car. And finally, the last vehicle on our list is the Maxwell Turbo. Oh, sorry, I meant Asbo. Somebody told me in the comments of my last video how to pronounce this, and I'll be honest, I read it, and then I was like, wow, that is probably how you pronounce it, and then I completely forgot, so I'm very sorry about that. But honestly, this car is so trash, it doesn't even deserve to be called the correct name. Why is that? Well, it is half off. It's normally 300 grand, it's only 153,000. But the problem is that it's not fast, like even in the slightest. I was kind of hoping that I thought it was bad, but it was a compacts class, so maybe it was good compared to the other compacts, but no. It has a top speed of 95 miles per hour and is 11th out of 15th for top speeds in compacts, and as well, it has a minute 17 lap time, 12th out of 15th. It's just not a good vehicle. I wouldn't ever suggest to buy this. It's not my favorite type of look. I don't think it looks bad, but it doesn't look good either in my opinion. Looks like the back is a Volvo mixed with like a Honda Civic in the front. Either way, let me know what you guys think about this car in the comments down below. Hopefully, you all enjoyed today's video. This is the weekly discounts in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. Overall, there's a lot, and some of them are pretty decent. This is definitely a weirder week when it comes to the discounts. I'm not sure if I'm super happy. I mean, I did buy the Ardent. I like the look of the Ardent. I'm a huge sports classics fan, and the Esprit is one of my favorite looking cars in real life. So I did buy that. I'll probably also be buying the Comet SR this week. I'm not sure. Maybe the Sylvestra. Tesseract costs too much, and I'll also definitely be earning the Vagrant. So there's a lot of vehicles this week I'll be earning, but as you can see, the Asbo is not one of them. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.